Hey, Redeemer family. It's John coming to you from an undisclosed location deep in the beaches of Hawaii. I hope you're all doing well. We're in Mark chapter 1 today, starting in verse 21 and going to the end of the chapter. If you haven't read it yet, I would encourage you to do so right now. Just press pause, and then I'm going to explain to you what should really be jumping out as you read the end of chapter 1. So today, what I want you to see is Jesus' power. Okay, the whole point. Remember, I told you the book of Mark, everything revolves around chapter 1, verse 1. Okay, so he is the Christ, he's the Son of God. Well, what do you see in this chapter? The big idea that I think the author Mark is trying to get across, you see it in verses 22 and 27, is that Jesus has authority. And the kind of authority that he has is godlike. If you are there, you don't have chapter 1 verse 1 to tell you what's going on. You just see somebody that has incredible authority. I mean, who of us can speak to a fever and it just goes away? Who of us has power over demons to tell demons to go do things? You see Jesus' power over demons and disease twice, with leprosy at the end and the fever at the beginning. You see Jesus' power, and that's the point: is that he has the power of God because he is God. We have information about him because of chapter 1, verse 1, that the other people in the account do not have. And so, what we see in this passage, there's nothing too hard for Jesus because Jesus is God. Demons can't stand in his way. Disease cannot stand in his way. Even leprosy, something that had no cure for 1,800 years after Jesus lived. Here's Jesus curing leprosy with a word. Only God can do that kind of thing, and that's Mark's point. Now, as a result of that, the issue for us, as you see in the passage, is that you see it a number of times where it says the people were amazed. The people were amazed. It is great to stand in awe of Jesus. He is full of awe. He is awful. There's nothing more awe-inspiring and yet awesome than him. But the point is, Jesus does not want your appreciation. He wants your allegiance. He wants you to submit your life to him. He wants you to give your life to him. And so that's the big idea of the passage here. It's not just that we would recognize who Jesus is, but recognizing who he is. We would respond to him the way that the disciples respond to him in verses 16 to 20. We set everything aside, we push everything aside, and we give our lives to him. Everything that's keeping us from him, everything that would derail our commitment to him, anything that is even flirting with us leaving our commitment to him. We remove that. Why? Because he's God. Because he's the Savior of the world. He is the Christ. He's the King. One day, every knee will bow to him. Every tongue will confess him as Lord. Better to do that now rather than say to him, hey, yeah, I knew all this truth about you, but these other things were so powerful in my life. They're nothing. They're garbage compared to the infinite value of Christ. I hope that was helpful. I hope that was a helpful summary at the end of chapter 1. We'll see you tomorrow for Mark chapter 2.